Hello, my name is Oct.24th. I am an Icelandic artist, actor, songwriter, and an activist. I graduated in 1970 in May from the National Theatre Acting School, and I immediately started working on being an activist within my society. I became very famous within a few years. Everybody knew who I was. And then I stepped out as the first gay man in my country. Now, 3 years later, with a lot of work, I managed to get people together and establish the gay organization in Iceland, which is very active today. And I have been working in this spirit all my career, and I still am. Today, I am traveling the world explaining how I work and trying to teach people my way of activism. That's why I'm here with you today. Now, we are concentrating here on the financial crash in 2008, 5 years ago. We Icelanders, we were the first one to react to this crash. It started, as far as I'm concerned, by October 11th. It was on Saturday. I put on my homepage letting people know that I would place myself in front of the Parliament building here in Reykjavik. And I did with two questions. I asked everyone who passed by or were close to me, I asked questions. Can you tell me what has happened in our country? And do you have any idea of what we can do about it? This led to that a week later, I started a big demonstration, open door, outdoor demonstration. These demonstrations were systematically held every Saturday at 3 o'clock in front of the Parliament for 5 months with three demands. The government should resign. The board of the Financial Supervisory Authority should resign, and the board of the National Bank should resign. At the end of February 2009, all these three demands had been met. Then, as usual, when I'm working, I step back. I disappear, and I continue with other projects that I have. This was unheard of. This was something that in 2008, people said this cannot be done, but we did it. And we haven't stopped. We are still working on this 5 years later because changing society takes time. It's nothing you do in a few months, 5 months. To me, awareness is the key word in what I am doing. The system is not the property of political parties, no more than the sky is owned by the birds. But it always happened that one man has an idea and steps forward and activates other people. My talk that I'm doing around the world is called When I Becomes We. And I think that explains everything that I'm working. Anyway, the spirit of what I'm working. And I want to read you a little part from my speech. The crash involved the collapse of all three major Icelandic banks. It is said to be one of the worst financial crashes in history of man. Actually, on the list of 10 biggest financial crashes ever in the world, the Icelandic banks won 4 seats, number 3, 6, 9, and 10. To most Icelanders in 2008, this was unbelievable, and we really found it hard to understand what had happened. We were confused and we were scared. We were simply in shock. How could this happen? We had been told for years that Iceland was considered to be one of the richest countries in the world, and in one day we were placed among the poorest and the most indebted ones. According to the politicians and bank managers, this just happened. And they could do nothing about it, so they were most certainly not responsible. And we, the people, we should just continue with our life as nothing had happened and leave them to take care of business as usual. But there, we, the people, did not agree. We reacted, and we still are working on it. And so are the politicians. We are fighting a corrupt political system. And when I talk about corrupt political system, I'm talking about the same political parties being in power for years, for decades. And they behave like they own the system. And these people, many times, are working only for the few, not for everyone. And this is what we are dealing with, not only in Iceland, but worldwide. Now, it's also about human rights. That's the cornerstone and the key word to my work. Human rights are the cornerstones of our lives. So, but strangely enough, we're many times ready to sacrifice those rights to obtain power, money, or in the name of economic growth. Many people, they tell me they are not interested in politics, but that's very strange to me because politics is about our life. Being interested in politics does not mean you have to be a member of a political party. A political party does not own politics. I think that one of the roles of an artist is to criticize the society, to help people to see things differently from another angle, and to criticize politicians and political parties. We have to use reasons, yes, but we also have to remember the unseen and our feelings and cultural roots that cannot always be reasoned. This is called creativity, fantasy, and that works perfectly with politics. Now, we are here to see, or you are actually more, to see a film. I saw that, I think, well, a few years back. I don't remember very much about it. I've seen so many films about the crash. But I hope you enjoyed that film. And honestly, I would really love to be there with you and participate in the debate after the film. But I am here in Iceland. I am on my way to Athens to debate there, talk about activism. And I say peaceful activism because I believe in reasons. We all own our society, and we all belong and own this world. We have responsibility towards our planet, if I put it a bit higher, so to speak. But what I want to say to you at the end is we have learned many things in 5 years here in Iceland. And one thing is that we all need to be vigilant and guardians of our own society. The line between sanity and insanity is very thin. Keep in mind that when Hitler was elected in 1933, Germany was a democratic state. Germany had fair elections. Each of us has the duty to be vigilant. It is a work that does not concede holidays or breaks. Protesting is a way of being vigilant. It must be about sharing and caring for each and every one of us, not just few. My friends, enjoy the film, enjoy your talk, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Goodbye.